Hello everyone, Clarky Shy here, welcome back to another video. Today I'm back, and today I'll be showing you guys how to complete the Liberty Falls main Easter egg within Black Ops 6 Zombies. The first step you want to do is open up Pack Punch, which the game already tells you how to do that, so I don't really need to explain and show you how to do that. Once you've then arrived at the church and you open up the Dark Aether, all you want to do is hold square on the machine on the right as you enter the church. Once you then hold square on the machine, your screen will flash white and then will be introduced to a new character called Panos. I meant to say Panos. I don't know why I said Panos, so please excuse that. Panos will then spawn on top of the church right as you're viewing the entrance door, and he will talk about everything that's happened with the Dark Aether and all that schnaz. Once he's done talking, the next step that you will need to do is obtain the jet gun. Now there are two ways of obtaining the jet gun. First way is to get it out of the box. Now there are two ways of getting out of the box. One, you can randomly just hope for the best luck and just get out of the box. Or two, you use the Wonder Bar Gobblegum, which instantly obtains you a wonder weapon from the box. But let it be known, it's not always 100% guaranteed, even if you use that Gobblegum to get the jet gun, because you also have the chance of getting the ray gun from the box also. The other way of getting the jet gun is doing the buildable quest, and I will be showing you how to do the buildable quest now. The first piece of the jet gun is outside of Lily's flower pot store, just on the right of Speakola, and if you go up here and hold square, you will be able to pick up a water valve. Now what you want to do is take this water valve to the bowling alley, and I'd recommend if you're on solo or co-op, you bring in distraction grenades, or if you're on co-op, make sure to bring some with you as things might get a bit tricky here. On the wall just here, you will see a little panel. You want to shoot this panel and it will say you can place down the water valve. You will need to keep turning this water valve until eventually the white bar on the left is completely full, and then once that's done, you will be able to obtain the first part of the jet gun. I also recommend running Aether Shroud for this, as a lot of zombies will spawn in. And let it be known, as you are turning the water pressure valve, if you do need to let go of your interaction button, the white bar on the left will not go down in any way, so don't worry about that. Once you're then done turning the water pressure valve, the first jet gun piece will appear on the floor. Now for the next step of the Easter egg, you will need to obtain a Mutant injection or a Mangler cannon, and you can obtain this just right over here in between the white houses here at the crafting table. Or another way you can get a Mangler arm or a Mutant injection is simply just by killing a Mangler, or potentially just getting a Mutant injection by killing one of the bosses. Once you have then got the Mutant injection or the Mangler cannon, all you want to do is look across from Ollie's Comics at the radio house. Once you then see that, pull out your Mangler cannon or your Mutant injection and then just shock this door open. Once you're then in the radio house, all you need to do is interact with the pieces of rubbish on the floor, kind of like the Origins dig sites. Sometimes it will open up salvage, sometimes it will open up spiders, but in my game, as you saw just there, I actually managed to obtain the next piece of the jet gun. And you don't need a shovel or anything, you just need to hold your interaction button. For the next step of the buildable jet gun, all you want to do is get a key for this shed. Interact with the door for a certain zombie to spawn in at the graveyard. You need to stay beside the graveyard at the church for a certain zombie to spawn in. He'll look like a kind of farmer type of zombie with like a nice looking hat. When you kill that zombie, he will then drop a key, and then you will use that key to get the last piece of the jet gun. And yes, he cannot spawn anywhere else on the map, he can only spawn in the graveyard, so make sure to stay in the graveyard at all times. Now this could last a couple of rounds, as I've been told that one of my friends have gone to round 20 just waiting to get this key, so it can take a while. But in my game, I actually got it first try, and you'll see this is what it looks like. When you kill him, he will then drop the key. Once you have obtained the tool shed key, all you want to do is head down here and to the left and open up the tool shed. Once you open up the tool shed, you will then be able to obtain the last piece of the jet gun. Then after that, to craft the jet gun, all you want to do is go back to spawn and go up to the motel right here, and you will see the jet gun in the room just right here. But let it be known, when you open up this room for the first time, 5 or 6 zombies will spawn in. Craft the jet gun, and that is you ready to move on with the rest of the Easter egg. For the next step of the Easter egg, you need to suck up 3 items. The first item is in here in Ollie's Comics. When you look up here, you'll see a Dark Aether piece. All you want to do is suck it down, and there you go, you have obtained the first piece. The next piece is just up here, going to the zipline roof on where you would zipline to Wonder Fizz, but instead of ziplining to Wonder Fizz, you want to jump on top of this white truck here, and then you'll see the other piece just in here for you to suck up with the jet gun. And then the last piece is in the Dark Aether church, just floating right here where Panos is. Once you get that, you're ready to craft the LTG. To craft the LTG, LTG, all you want to do is go back up to the roof and zipline all the way to the Wonder Fizz roof. Once you got to the Wonder Fizz roof, all you want to do is go right here and craft the LTG. Once you've then crafted the LTG, all you want to do is go back to the church and pick up an Aether canister from the machine right here. You'll know when you're ready to pick it up because it will be sticking out of the machine. Once you have obtained the Aether canister, let it be known you will not be able to sprint, so I recommend getting stamina up or saving one zombie by the end of the round. Next, what you want to do is go to the dark Aether cloud right here from spawn and place down the LTG. Once you place it down, there will be a lockdown. You need to defend the LTG from any zombies coming by. There will be manglers, there will be zombies, and just make sure it does not get damaged whatsoever. Once you're then done with the lockdown, an Abomination or a Mangler can spawn in. And it's not your typical Abomination and Mangler, no, they are red, which equals bad. So they're going to be more tough to defeat. Obviously, you've got the Aether canister, and what you want to do is drop it right beside the trap right here. And then what you want to do is get the boss weak, and you'll know when the boss is weak enough so that his life force can be transferred into the Aether canister because he will then be glowing purple. Once you see the Mangler or the Abomination glowing purple, all you want to do is activate this trap right here at spawn. Once you activate the trap, make sure to bring the Abomination or the Mangler in here and kill it within the trap. Once you kill it within the trap, its life force will then be transferred into the Aether canister. Once you pick up the Aether canister, you will be on a time limit and you will need to deliver the Aether canister back to the church within a minute and 30 seconds. And once again, let it be noted, the moment you pick up the Aether canister, you will not be able to sprint at all, so you will only be walking. So make sure you have a good weapon at hand to take care of the zombies in front of you while escorting the Aether canister to the church. Once you have then arrived in the church, all you want to do is place in the Aether canister back in the machine from where you placed it last time. To obtain the next canister, all you'll need to do is pick up the Strauss counter that you get after placing the first Aether canister that you placed earlier. Once you pick up the Strauss counter, it will get rid of one of your equipment slots. Around the map, you will see machines like these. There are 3 in total, and what you want to do is pull out your Strauss counter right beside it, and it will glow a certain color. And in my game, this machine here glowed yellow, so what I want to do, because it showed yellow, I'm going to switch it to yellow. For the other machines, if your Strauss counter glows green, you will then need to switch the machine to red. If your Strauss counter glows red, you will need to switch it to red. But like the first one I showed you right there, if it's glowing yellow, you just need to switch it to yellow. For the second location, it's just down by PhD, just across this wall here, and all you want to do is pull out your Strauss counter again, and as you see, it's green, so I will be turning it to red. The next one is just on a roof below the Wonder Fizz roof, so all you want to do is go down here by this debris here, and then you will see the next machine right here in the corner. Once again, pull out your Strauss counter, again it's green, so I'm going to make it red. Once you've gotten all the colors right, all the machines will start to face spawn and will start to spew out dark Aether energy, creating the next Aether canister. To obtain the Aether canister, all you want to do is go to where the dark Aether energy was spewing to, and you will see here, and once again, when you pick it up, you will be slow until you drop it. All you want to do is go to the trap here just in between Speed Cola and drop your Aether canister right here. Make sure you've also grabbed the LTG beforehand before you start the next step. The LTG will be left where you last left it, down near spawn. All you want to do is run up to the graveyard where the next dark Aether storm cloud is and place the LTG down there. And once again, you will need to defend the LTG for exactly a minute from zombies and other beings. Once the lockdown is finished, the next beast will spawn in, and in my game, it is an Abomination, as a Mangler spawned in for the first one, and it will only be a Mangler or an Abomination every time. So if you had a Mangler for your first LTG lockdown, you will have an Abomination for your next one, or if you had an Abomination for your first LTG lockdown, the next one will be a Mangler. Again, it will only be an Mangler and Abomination only. And once again, like the Mangler, all you have to do is weaken the Abomination until it starts glowing purple, and once it does, you just need to kill it with the trap. Once the boss is then glowing purple, all you want to do is once again activate the trap and bring it into the dark Aether trap. Again, you can go in it, but let me know it will take a bit of damage off you, but it won't take a lot. Once the Abomination or whatever boss you had from your second LTG lockdown dies by the trap and its life source is sucked into the Aether canister, all you want to do is once again bring the Aether canister back up to the dark Aether church, and then after that you want to get prepared for the boss fight. All the boss fight really is just a lockdown facing against zombies and once again the red Abomination and the red Mangler, but but if you're in co-op, I'm pretty sure from what I've heard from a couple of my friends, they've always told me that you actually face more than one red Mangler and more than one red Abomination. So if you're playing co-op, or at least 4-player at the best, be careful and make sure to get prepared. But if you are playing solo or 2-player, I know for a fact that you're only facing one red Abomination and one red Mangler. So get prepared, as the Abominations are not easy at all, and the Manglers, they really are, honestly. I really recommend rocking the ASG-89, I remember the shotgun's name this time, and at least getting it to tier 2 pack, or like myself, if you want the GS45 dual wield pistols, you can rock that also. But if you do not have the dual wield attachment, I still recommend running them, as they are still really good to use, dual wield or not. And in my opinion, I really recommend rocking the jet gun, as it does help you a lot compared to its Black Ops 2 Zombies counterpart. As for score streaks, I'd really recommend getting mutant injections instead of an attack chopper, as attack choppers do not work within the Dark Aether Church and mutant injections do. And then as for gobgums, you really don't need to rock gobgums, but just in case you run out of ammo and you don't have enough points for the ammo crate in there, you can rock a catchback or a raindrops. And as for rarities, honestly, I think you'd be fine with just at least a purple rarity, but if you would like to get the max rarity, you definitely can. And along with that, I think you'd be fine with just tier 2 armor, but at most, I always make sure to get tier 3 armor anyway, just to make sure. And then as for perks, if you have an explosive weapon like myself, you can get PhD, but if you don't, you really don't need to get PhD. But of course, you need Juggernog, Quick Revive, Stamina Up, and Speed Cola, and you really do not need Melee Macchiato. And as for Deadshot and Elemental Pop, you can't unlock them till round 25, as they do not have their own prospective perk machines. You can only get Deadshot and Elemental Pop from the Wonder Fizz only. And just for a heads up, once again, when you do pick up the Aether Canister and you're about to send it back into the church, you will not be able to run at all, and you only have a time limit of 1 minute and 30 seconds to get back to the church. Once you place in the Dark Aether Canister in the church, the boss fight will be ready, and like Terminus, it will give you an interaction to whether or not you want to go into the boss fight or not. If you're in solo, it will instantly activate for you the moment you hold square on that machine, or if you're in co-op, it will ask all the players to vote whether or not they want to do the final boss fight or not within Liberty Falls. Once you activate the boss fight, your screen will glow white, and then after that, you can no longer leave the church. You will then need to start killing zombies to collect souls for the machine here. This boss fight can normally take around 3 to 5 minutes from what I've experienced. Granted, I have only done it once, but it really all depends on how fast you also kill the Mangler and the Abominations too. Along with that, there will be normal Manglers spawning into this boss fight as well, so make sure the one that you are killing is the red one, but do kill the normal ones also, because they can get in your way and definitely try to kill you. Along with that, sometimes you will get some max armor drops also. Along with that, the boss fight will also drop some max ammos after the Abomination or Mangler that you kill. The moment you kill the Abomination, your character will instantly go down, and then that is when you have completed the Easter egg. The end cutscene will play, and that is it. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, please subscribe, leave a like, click notification bell, also to the channel. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you all within the next video or live stream. And goodbye!